Checkity check, checkity check. Kirk. Hello, bro. Good to see you. All right. Let's get going. Let's go. All right. Let's do some market prep for tonight. So, hope everyone's having a good time. Here is Johnny. Yes, 100%. I'm going to channel my inner The Shining. Oh, well, actually, that was probably done elsewhere too, but The Shining was where I recognize here's Johnny. So I think what we are going to do today is we are going to take a look and see what is going on tomorrow, and then we're going to chart it. And then we're going to see what we're going to look for tomorrow. So how's that sound? So because we're consistent as AF. We're consistent AF, so we're gonna keep looking at this the right way. So, great movie, absolutely. It's a classic. So let's head over to the charts. Tomorrow we have 8:30 in the morning unemployment claims. This typically is very volatile, and so 8:30 a.m. is going to be really important. The lead up until then is also going to be quite important. And then 10 o'clock revised UoM. You see a little bit of blip, but nothing too crazy on that. And then the rest of the day, there's nothing too crazy in the afternoon. So as we lead into Thursday's bank holiday. So we want to be done trading in the morning, if at all possible. Okay. So let's go over to the chart here. So what we have here is a daily chart. We see that today, we're going to zoom in on today's. So we see that today's price has, this candle has come all the way back down. So we traded up through that volume imbalance. If you remember us marking that volume imbalance out way back here, we have completely traded above, hit this daily PD array, and then traded down. But we haven't created a lower low. We, in fact, traded to the midpoint of this wick, and we have now opened higher, or actually have gone higher since that close. So we came down, wicked down, and we have since bought back up. So touching this bullish order block, it has continued upwards and is now sitting in the midst of this daily volume imbalance. So if we are to see this, respect this daily imbalance and continue upwards, we have no choice but to head back towards this volume imbalance and this the midpoint of this wick. I marked that here, 16,202, because that is also the right beneath a monthly premium SIBI high. So the monthly SIBI low is right where we're headed to right here. So we went to the midpoint of this, kind of this range here. We came to the midpoint, we rejected, but we haven't fully created a lower low. So what does that mean to me? Well, we took buy side here. We took buy side and kind of did a mini turtle soup here, but our trend is still to the upside. So on tomorrow, we expect unemployment claims. Whenever they come out, we expect a spike either direction. And if they start to see that they're lower, then we might want to see that the price goes and falls beneath the new week opening gap. Those would be targets. And then we have, of course, some short-term lows down here, with this 15,797.75 being the true target that we would capture if we were considering going lower. Now we've taken a lot of buy side liquidity, so it is possible, but I still wouldn't be fighting the trend until I see on higher time frames evidence that we have turned the corner. So what does that evidence what does that look like, right? Let's go down to a previous one here. So we kind of see this rise up back in February to March, April, May, June, July, right? And we kept on seeing higher high, higher lows, higher high, higher lows, higher high, higher lows, higher high, higher lows, lower high, displacement lower for a lower low. So it's that kind of signature that I would be looking for. This bull run has almost completely engulfed this movement down. Sorry, I can't call this a bull run. This bullish trend is now in a point where it's a very important point, right? Because if it goes all the way up, if it goes all the way up to here, it will have indeed created a long-term higher high. Now we can certainly take that and then kind of call it quits. We're looking to the left. We see some areas of liquidity right up here. There's a daily one up here. We know that there's a daily inversion fair value gap, and we should state that as such. So 1 day inversion fair value gap high. If I could type. And of course, this is also a low here. 1 day inversion fair value gap low. Now, I see this as an inversion fair value gap because of the nature of how prices traded up and down through this here. So I wouldn't expect price to get up to this premium rejection block, but it certainly can. I'm going to mark these as of 5 o'clock p.m. for the end date here. And same for this one. We're going to do 5 o'clock p.m. for these. So these daily inversion fair value gap lows, if price trades up to here, I anticipate it reacting at least around this inversion fair value gap. Okay, so I am still on the trend bullish, but still needs to be seen whether or not we are macro on the downside here, because this could very well just go and create new highs. But with what's happening right now in the world, I would be hesitant to call that out. But then again, everyone is always late to the game. So let's go down to the hourly next. So on the hourly, we know this is what we've seen so far. We saw price head down and peak into that bullish order block, but we have not yet seen price create a true lower low. So we are not bearish in the short term. We are going to continue to look for longs until price action tells us differently. That's really that's the core item there. It's not like we won't still mark short-term lows that we could retrace to, but I think we have some unfinished business to the upside. The pathing of price through this volume imbalance on the daily chart, this gray boxes there, whether or not price goes up through it and then trades down and treats this as a rejection, or if it trades above and we just continue moving upwards. I think that it's really hard to say, but right, this very moment, because we haven't seen evidence of it going lower, I'm still of the consideration that we will head higher. Unless we see like some weird unicorn situation, which we have maybe a top, an absolute high, and we're reaching towards it, but then it completely reverses. I mean, it's possible that could happen, but until that happens, until we see displacement below a relative equal lows or a short-term low, I am going to look for longs still. So we are still above the current new week opening gap, and we could have seen the high on Tuesday. We could have seen the high or the low on Monday. So Wednesday's price action should help illuminate that. So we anticipate price moving upwards. How far upwards can it move? Well, this dealing range is about 16,100 to 15,800. I think that we can definitely look for, because we took a daily level there, we can certainly look for I don't know if it's going to head all the way up there. That's a tough one to say without seeing London and Asia's price action. So I think I'm going to wait until tomorrow to see how London and Asia form, because we certainly do have fair value gaps both to the upside and downside. And so there's some work to be done. It's hard to tell right this very moment, but I think in the morning we'll know a little bit more information to see if they are running for that buy side indeed. Yep. Okay. We already did the market review at the end of the day, so we're not gonna go super deep into it, but one thing that is for sure is that we certainly are getting to a point where we're in an incredibly high premium, so a very high premium area. Every day I'm looking for evidence of a short. If it doesn't come, no big deal. We will still end up we'll still end up moving forward and keeping this upward motion. There is a real-time hour gap that did not fill today, so I'm guessing if we are going to draw up higher, it's going to be into this 5 real-time hour liquidity void. And what do I mean by that? Well, you can see here. You can kind of see here, this gap here, no price traded. This gap here, no price traded. Those are powerful tools. I mean, I think that we're headed up that way, but time will tell. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, oh, whoops, I put the wrong one over here. Let's try that again. There we go. Let me get this window back to the right spot. I mean, that's really it. I mean, for tomorrow, there's nothing much we can do right now. It's right smack dab in the middle following NVIDIA's earnings, which completely destroyed 1 day or 0 DTA, 0 days till expiry options there. But yeah. Right now, price has gone up to a 15,981 premium SIBI low. Kirk, any questions for me, brother? Hope you're staying hope you're killing that eval. Cool. So I think that's it for today. I mean, we want to see how London and how Asia and London form. And then at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow is when the fireworks are going to happen. So yeah, I mean, I don't see any other questions right this moment, so I think we should be good. Yep, I don't see anything other ones. Okay. So yeah. So sentiment is continuation upwards. Maybe pick a high of the week on Wednesday. We just need to see how price trades from where it's at now all the way up until 9:30 open tomorrow. We're gonna have to see what fits there. I can't really see Asia I mean, yes, there is money to be made here. There's about 20 handles. I just can't. I can't bring myself to try to trade or try to predict something in Asia when Asia and London haven't even had a chance to. So, um, I think that is it. Recap from today: I made about $20 in one account from a accident yesterday, and about 40, 41, 42 bucks in each of the other accounts. So that's about 16 some accounts. 17th one is a non-income generating account, and then I have two more fresh 50k evals waiting just in the standby in case I need them. Yeah, that's really it. Man, I don't even. Whew, man, I am getting a little bit tired though. So I'm probably gonna go. I don't know, go study a little bit, maybe read, and then head to bed early. And I'll try to be up. What I want to do is try and hit the 7 o'clock the New York Open area, New York Open kill zone. So that's what I'm looking for. So yeah. Any last questions before we close for today? We search for the trend until it is no longer the trend. And we need to see evidence of that. So maybe tomorrow's unemployment claims does that. Maybe it allows us and gives us the right evidence we need. We will never know. So, all right. Okay, so a pretty simple one. I'm gonna close up shop then today. No, doesn't sound like there's too many questions over here. Yeah, I think that is it for today. Thanks for coming, Kirk. Appreciate it. Not sure if anyone else is here, but appreciate you if you are. I'm gonna close up shop for today, and we'll see you all bright in the morning. Tomorrow is a trading day for me, so I have the day off. I will be trading live. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see. So, great, and I think that's it. So, everyone, Kirk, appreciate having you. Anyone else who's watching, if you haven't put it in the chat at all, that's okay. I hope this was valuable. Let's reconvene tomorrow and see what happens during London and Asia, and then we'll go from there. So have a great evening, drink some water, get some sleep, and then we'll all reconvene tomorrow morning. Thank you very much. See ya. Phoenix AVS, sorry you were a little bit late, brother. That's okay. We're gonna try and get up before 7 o'clock and kind of capture the move before the 8:30 a.m. movement. So I want to try and get up before 7 o'clock and be on here if I can. If not, I will just see what happens at 8:30 and then trade that there. All right, have a good night, everybody. Go get some rest. We'll convene again tomorrow. Thanks.